All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about something I think we've all felt, that sinking feeling when you look at your bank account just a few days after payday. It's frustrating, right? But what if there was a super simple, kind of automatic way to break that cycle for good and actually start building some real wealth? Well, that's what we're going to unpack.
So picture this. Your paycheck finally hits the bank, you get that little rush of relief, and then, poof, it's like it vanishes into thin air. Before you know it, you're right back to counting down the days till the next one. It's this exhausting cycle, right? People call it being a month-end pauper, and I'm here to tell you, it really doesn't have to be your story.
And this really gets to the heart of a huge challenge, especially if you're a young professional or maybe just graduated. You've got a steady income coming in, you have dreams and goals, but man, trying to consistently put money aside, it can feel like an uphill battle. This is what we call the Savers Challenge.
You know how it goes. You start the month with the best intentions. You're gonna save this time, but then that little sale notification pops up, your friends wanna go out, that shiny new gadget you've been eyeing is finally in stock. It's so hard to fight that constant pull to spend, and it just leaves you feeling kinda defeated, like your savings goals are always just over there, just out of reach.
Okay, but what if you could pretty much take willpower out of the equation? Seriously, what if you could put your savings on autopilot and actually accelerate your financial goals instead of just dreaming about them? That is exactly what we're going to talk about today.
So what is this magic tool? It's called fixed sum monthly savings. And really, it's just a super disciplined way to save. You commit to putting away a set amount of money every single month for a certain amount of time. But I love this core idea from our source material. Break a hole into parts, build a pagoda from sand. It's all about building something massive, something beautiful, from small, consistent, everyday actions. I love that.
Yeah, and a really powerful way to think about this is as your own personal force defense system. It's not just another savings account, nope. It's an active strategy you're deploying, like a shield to protect your future goals from your right now impulses. It's how you'll build that very first crucial stash of cash.
So the idea sounds great, right? But how does it actually work? What are the nuts and bolts? Well, the best part about this whole thing is just how simple it is. Let's break it down. Okay, it's basically a 4-step process, super straightforward. First, you and your bank just agree on 2 things: how long you're going to save for, usually like 1 to 3 years, and exactly how much you'll put away each month. Then, and this is the absolute key, the bank automatically pulls that money from your account on the same day every month. No forgetting, no second guessing. Third, your money immediately starts earning interest, which then compounds every month. And finally, when the time is up, boom, you get the whole thing back, a big lump sum of all your deposits plus all the interest you earned. It's like automated discipline. And let's just talk about that compounding thing for a second. It's really important. See, because the interest is calculated every single month on your growing pile of money, the cash you put in during month 1 works way, way harder for you than the cash you put in during the last month. The takeaway here, every single deposit starts working for you right away. All right, so we get how it works, but why is it so darn effective at beating that Savers Challenge? Well, it really boils down to 3 core advantages. First, it forces you to be disciplined. Second, it's extremely low risk, which is a huge deal. And third, it is absolutely perfect for setting and hitting specific goals. Okay, advantage number 1 is all about discipline. That automatic debit, it's a complete game changer. It literally forces you to pay yourself first. Saving becomes the priority before you even get a chance to spend that money on something else. And that one simple switch in your cash flow, that's what finally breaks that month-end pauper cycle for good. Next up, advantage 2, security. I mean, this is huge. Just look at the difference here. When you're dealing with things like stocks or funds, you're riding the waves of the market, right? You're taking on the risk. But fixed sum monthly savings, well, that's just a type of bank deposit. Your principal, the money you put in, is guaranteed. It's often even protected by deposit insurance. The peace of mind that gives you, knowing your hard-earned money is safe and sound, you can't put a price on that. And finally, let's talk about its power for goal setting. This method is just ideal when you're saving up for something specific. You know, maybe it's that dream vacation you've always wanted to take, or maybe it's for a big annual bill like your insurance, so it doesn't sneak up on you. It's also a fantastic way to start an emergency fund, or even to build up the capital for your very first real investment. It gives you a clear, structured roadmap to get you exactly where you want to go. So, let's fast forward. You finished your savings term, and that big lump sum just hit your account. How good does that feel, right? But here's the thing. This isn't the finish line. Not at all. This is the beginning of the next exciting chapter, building your first real investment fund. And this next part, this quote, is probably the single most important piece of advice in this entire explainer. Listen to this. Its main function should be positioned as accumulating principal, not chasing high returns. Let that sink in. The goal here isn't to get rich off the interest. The main point, the primary function, is to build up a meaningful pile of cash, a principal. The interest, that's just a nice little bonus. The real win is that lump sum you built, brick by brick. Because that lump sum, that's not the end of the story. It's your launch pad. It's your financial starting block. This becomes the foundation you can use to step into other investments with so much more confidence. Maybe it's a down payment on something big, or maybe it's the money you use to finally start investing in things with higher potential returns, like ETFs. You've built your base camp, completely risk-free, now you're ready to climb.
So we've seen how this one simple tool can put discipline on autopilot, keep your capital safe, and build the foundation for your entire financial future. It's all about trading a little bit of short-term impulse for a whole lot of long-term freedom. So the only real question left is, are you ready to take that first step?